Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Venom. We've got some news coming out tomorrow. We'll be seeing some new AI bots that you'll be able to play against in private matches. So what I'm doing today is putting together a little video just with some tutorials, some tips and tricks on how to improve on your shot, and hopefully you can use them against those bots come tomorrow. I'll see you guys in a sec. Alright guys, so first thing I'm going to talk about is your shot technique. This is probably the most important thing that we'll discuss today. Basically it's just getting down your preference on the way that you shoot the disc. So when I first started this game, my favorite way was the sidearm throw. So basically what it's going to be is just coming around to the side and following around the side like that. So see how it's level, flat, right after it leaves my hand. Second technique I want to show you is just the overarm throw. So it's coming across, you'll bring your arm back. This probably works better if you've got 3 sensors, just so we don't lose tracking on the back side of it. So arm back, come over the top. So I mean, ideally, if you're doing a straight overarm throw, you're probably going to try to get it to slice so it's just straight. So I use that one every now and then, just depends on if I'm trying to like feed it between a couple blocks that are really tight, then, you know, I'll kind of adjust my throw that way. Third throw, probably my least favorite out of all of them, is going to be the underarm throw. Same thing, you just kind of come back, and as you come forward with it, it's underhand like that. And again, it's my least favorite because a lot of times, I don't know if it's the tracking, but I just pull it down or pull it up like that. So I highly recommend staying away from that one, at least when you're first learning. And then I'll show you the one that I typically use now. Is more of like, it's like a hybrid between the sidearm and the overarm. So it's just like if you were to throw a baseball, come across, it's like a diagonal. So just like that, you see how it kind of cuts across. The reason why I use this one, it's pretty accurate. 2, you get a little bit more of a wrist flick with the kind of coming across like that. You don't feel as much wrist flick when you're coming from the side. I think I get a little bit more from the top, but when I do that, I'll usually either pull it down or pull it up, and then I lose a little bit of accuracy when that happens. So the hybrid throw seems to work best for me. So the second thing we're going to work on is power, really getting some speed on your disc. There's a few different things that go into it. I'm going to show you something that'll help tremendously in the private arena when you really want to know what your speed of your throws are, because as you can see, at least when you're just warming up in here, you can't see anything on the barrier, no matter you put the disc in or not. So the thing I've been using is the F10 tool, and give me just a second. I'm going to hit that button real quick here. Okay, so you should notice, looks like right here, there's this new kind of gray box that just popped up. There's a lot of information in there. We're going to focus on 3 things, 4 I guess. We're going to look at total velocity and everything inside of it, which is going to be your arm speed, your wrist speed, and then your movement speed. So what I'm going to first show you is just the first 2, arm speed and wrist speed. When I throw the disc, I'm not going to move my body at all. I'm not going to use my thrusters. I'm just going to throw a disc. So, and to see, give me a second, I gotta get a little closer so I can read it. Came out 12 for my arm speed, which I believe is the cap, 1.04 for my wrist. I can get a little bit higher. I want to say it gets up to like 2 or 3. Just the way my throw is, I don't over flick just because I lose a little bit of accuracy when doing it. So those 2 things are very important. The next thing you'll be looking at is your movement speed. What you want to focus on is making sure that you are moving in the direction of your target. So if I'm shooting on goal, I don't want to be kind of fading left, or moving at a small percentage of what my max speed can be while holding the disc. You want to try to get as high on that as possible. So I'm just gonna pull myself toward the goal, and then take a shot, and I'll show you kind of how much more that goes up to. So, and so yeah, now it's 3.75 added onto that. I hit 17.42 meters per second, which is plenty. That's enough for you to play at high levels. There are some people that can hit 18s, 19s. I don't know if you can still hit 20 now. You probably can, using like the S or something, but those are the ways that you're going to be able to increase your speed on your throws. Alright, so the third thing we're going to talk about is accuracy. So there's a couple different things that I do to really improve the percent of shots that I make at the goal. One of those is going to be to point at your shot. So what you'll try to do is, as you come back, bring the disc back, point with your left hand, or if you're left-handed, point with your right. But point at your target. So I'm going to point right in the center of that. There's the big triangle there. I'm going to point in the middle, the center of that middle one. A little low, but yeah, you get the picture. So using the point should be a great way to work on your timing of your release. And the second thing that I want to tell you about is to watch your follow through. And so what I mean by that is try not to short arm your shots. Occasionally in my videos you might see me just kind of whipping like that. You do lose a little bit of accuracy when you take shots like that. I tend to hit them a little more frequently now, just because I've been working on my timing on my release enough that I kind of know where it's at. But when you're first starting out, it really helps to, along with that point, to follow through and make every single shot the same. So you're not adjusting anything, you're always taking the same exact shot. And as your right arm goes around, you want to make sure that you're kind of almost touching the left side of your body. And yeah, that's another big one that helped me really pin down my shots. Alright, so those are my shooting tips. If you guys have any questions, just leave me a comment below. And if you happen to see anybody in the game who's struggling with their shot, just maybe recommend them this video. And I'll see you guys in the arena.